So we're back in the garage, and as you can see, I have a CBon carbon fiber hood for Snuggles now. I made some crappy little mounts that kind of work, I guess. But I've driven the car around on the highway and stuff, and it hasn't had any issues, like with the hood falling up or anything, or flying up. And none of these bolts have gotten loose of holding those brackets in, but little shitty brackets, but they'll work for now. I also, when it comes to this car, have been sanding and grinding. I got these little plates welded in. Eventually, once I get the motor fully put together, I'll set it in here, figure out where the intercooler piping is going to go so I can cut like a perfect hole for the intercooler piping, and then pull the motor back out so then it can paint the entire car and engine bay. I got all of this down to like bare metal. I still got to do some of this stuff and all the edges around here and the back. But ESR is looking pretty good. We got the lower built for the most part. I got to put like the pickup tube and stuff on it still. And I have ordered or received the basic like gasket kit. I got new timing stuff, new oil pump, new water pump, all the basics you need. And I wanted to put the block together so I could figure out what size head gasket to buy. And basically, I think I can run the standard head gasket, but I'm going to probably run a slight bit thicker one, probably a Tomei head gasket. But that's the plan for this. Last week, I think it was last week, I went and I picked up this. So we got a 20-foot trailer now that I can tow with my truck. And I had to modify it a little bit. It had a chain that was a little bit too short because I have the like extended trailer hitch. So I modified it a little bit, cut that old chain off, put new ones on, and it's working fine. So basically my plan is to take Snuggles to as many events as I can, and that's kind of my get home essentially, because if the car breaks at an event, you're kind of screwed. That's what happened the last time I blew this up. So now we got a trailer. We can go to all the events we want. And my other idea was I wanted another RB25 so I could have it on this engine stand when this engine's in here. And I haven't been able to find one. They're kind of crazy expensive, or they're just not able to be found near me. And recently, a RB25 popped up for sale with a 240, a Shell 240. It's a relatively good deal. It's a Series 1 RB25, which is a Series 2, but the internals and everything are the same. It's just all the sensors and stuff like that, like coil pack, there's a little block or whatever near the back that's different. But essentially I could still use all the Series 2 stuff on it. So I'm thinking about going and picking up that whole shell from the guy with that motor and just selling the shell, get some of the money back out of it. And then I just have another RB sitting here. Now the purpose of that would be so I can take this to as many events as I want. I can be just going places, drifting, and if I ever pop the motor, I can come home and I have another one sitting here that I'd already built. So that way, it's kind of like I'm not out for like a year or so once the motor blows up, essentially. And yeah, that's kind of my plan. So I just found that car for sale pretty recently. So I'm gonna take the trailer out there. Kind of good timing. I just got the trailer, then this just popped up. So go take the trailer out there, and it's gonna be sitting in my kind of like my only other spots here. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully the guy can make it looks like an okay deal, so hopefully it is actually as good as he says. But yeah, I'll make a video here whenever we either get it or we don't get it. So here's the raggedy 240. I'll take some more videos of it in the morning when it's significantly brighter out. So I realized I started moving stuff without taking a video, so you can see I'm kind of out of breath. But yeah, here is the RB25. Cranks over, crank rotates and stuff, so it's not like seized up, didn't make any abnormal noises. It's got a gritty intake manifold. It looks like it has I don't know if the S1 throttle body is different than the S2, but this looks a little bit wider, so this might be like a Q45 throttle body or something. It's got a top mount turbo manifold, lightweight flywheel, Also came with an AM standalone ECU, which I don't really know like the version of this or what it is, but and fuel injectors. I don't know anything about the fuel injectors. I'll have to figure that out, but for now, that is, I feel like I'm forgetting other stuff about the motor, but either way, there's a bunch of little goodies on here. Here's the Turd 240. Get around the trailer. It's pretty beat up, but like the main rockers are not rusted through, which is surprising. It has a drive shaft back there, and yeah, the only like rust that I see is this, and it's not a whole lot, which still is rust, but so it's like I'd say 90% rust free. The inside of the hatch, like that wheel well area, rusts out a lot. This one does not have that. It's a trash bag in the seat right now, but seats are pretty grody, rat shit everywhere. It is a power lock car, and there's a ton of extra parts that I have with it that I kind of like. There's extra headlight assemblies and stuff, so I'll have to go through all that. I don't even know 100% of everything that's there, but there's also a red fender that I got with this, even though it has fenders that are kind of beat, but there's a red fender that I'm gonna put on this car, so I can actually, because the fenders that I have for this one are kind of just trash. But yeah, so I'll be able to, so you can, I don't know if you can see it, but that fender is just totally warped. So hopefully it's one of the, like a good, it looks good, but hopefully it's like better than whichever one. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, so hopefully that fender fits on here and like lines up right. I didn't see any major dents or dings, so it should be relatively easy to do the body work on it. But yeah, pretty hyped about this old RB25. And I don't know if there's anything done to the block or cams or anything, so I'll have to tear it all apart and figure that out. Either way, we're gonna be taking it apart and going through everything. Completely new rings, new rods, new pistons. That way, once again, if this car, Snuggles, blows up, we can just have an extra motor to swap in real quick. So yeah, that's the plan. I gotta drag this motor over here. The cherry picker does not like getting around the wood pallet that I have it sit on, and it's just more of a pain in the ass to get it off the pallet than it is to just drag it. So that's all I'm doing now, is just dragging. I'm actually kind of running out of space in here. Whew. Gonna have to figure out how to store stuff better. I think might have to get some more like shelves for that side of the wall, move the parts, or just sell a bunch of parts. I have a lot I need to get rid of, but so that's it's probably gonna be it for this video, but kind of just like a little update where we're at. I have to figure out what's up with the ECU. There's a AM ECU. I don't know if I showed that or not, but I got this ECU with it. I'm not really sure if it's any good. Supposedly it's a standalone. I might download the program, see if I can get it going, and just see if the ECU works. I might sell it, depending if it's worth a lot of money, because that way I can maybe buy a Haltech or something, sell that in my RS tune, and then buy a Haltech. But yeah, so actually I don't think I've showed this part. It's been 1 day since the last little clip, and I already sold that car. So essentially this engine was kind of a steal of a deal, like very cheap motor. Essentially I could sell this motor and make a lot of money, but I'm gonna just keep it. Yeah, so I think I will probably keep that engine, even though I can make some money on it. I have a ton of other parts that came with the car. I got like extra brakes, obviously the injectors and stuff for the motor, but I got extra headlight housings and the plastics. I got some extra suspension parts, shifters. I got a whole like perfect, flawless stock 240 or S13 steering wheel. It's literally like flawless. I've never seen one of those. They're always like ripped and destroyed. But got this fender. So this fender is relatively good. There's a couple dents that I'm gonna try to pull out and body fill them if I have to. But so you can get feeling better than the last ones. Yeah, so that's basically it for this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm gonna try and make some more videos like this in the future. So, ciao mates.